Dear students, welcome to Genius Point YouTube channel. आज आम देखा पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम एंड हैपेनिंग्स ऊपर केते गुड़िया मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन जो क्वेश्चन गुड़िक आगु को हेबाक थिबा एसएसबी टीजीटी एसएसडी टीजीटी आर्ट्स रेलवे ग्रुप डी ओएसएससी सीजीएल एवं अन्यान्य एग्जाम पे उद्दिष्ट. So my dear students, friends and all competitive aspirants, without wasting time, let's start. First question, which of the following exercised the most profound influence in framing the Indian Constitution? निम्नलिखित मध्यरु कହାର प्रभाव भारतीय संविधान उपरे गभीर भाव पड़िथिला? Which of the following exercised the most profound influence in framing the Indian Constitution? Option D, the Government of India Act 1935. So my dear students, friends and all competitive aspirants, जो माने प्रथम थर करी यही चैनल को आसी छ, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. This is your channel Genius Point. Question number 2 देखिबा. The first attempt to introduce representative and popular element in the Government of India Act. The first attempt to introduce representative and government of and popular element in the governments of India was made through. ताले प्रथम चेष्टा जहाँकि रिप्रेजेंटेटिव एवं पॉपुलर एलिमेंट भारत सरकार पॉपुलर एलिमेंट को जे प्रकाश करिथिला को एक्ट द्वारा ताहा होइथिला. The first attempt to introduce a representative and popular element in the governance of India was made through Indian Council Act 1861. The monopoly of Indian trade of the East India Company. East India Company जो monopoly trade चलीथिला क्यों एक्ट द्वारा ताकू एबोलिश करा जायथिला, ताकू उच्छेद करा जायथिला? चार्टर एक्ट 1813 द्वारा ताकू एबोलिश करा जायथिला. Question number 8. With reference to the colonial period of India, the trade monopoly of East India Company was ended. Question समान किंतु क्वेश्चन टिके अलग कराई क्वेश्चन टी को. With reference to the colonial period, जो औपनिवेशिक बाद समय रे जो ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी जो मोनोपोली वाणिज्य करथिला ताकू एंडेड करा जायथिला चार्टर एक्ट 1830 द्वारा. क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 को देखिबा. Which of the following acts introduce communal electorate? ताले क्यों एक्ट द्वारा communal electorate को इंट्रोड्यूस करा जायथिला? Communal electorate ये होची ऑप्शन सी इंडियन काउंसिल एक्ट 1909. Two independent states of India and Pakistan. Two independent states of India and Pakistan were created by. ताले भारत एवं पाकिस्तान रो दुईटी स्वाधीन राज्य सृष्टि होइथिला केबे ना इंडियन इंडिपेंडेंस एक्ट द्वारा. क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 को देखिबा. बाय वर्च्यू ऑफ व्हिच एक्ट डायरची वाज इंट्रोड्यूस? ताले क्यों एक्ट द्वारा डायरची इंट्रोड्यूस करा जायथिला? गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1919. गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1919 द्वारा डायरची इंट्रोड्यूस करा जायथिला. The first definite step to provide parliamentary control over East India Company was taken by. The first definite step to provide parliamentary control over East India Company was ताले प्रथम जो सुनिश्चित पदक्षेप निया पार्लियामेंटारी कंट्रोल जो सांविधानिक जो नियंत्रण क्या ना ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी उपरे किए नहीं प्रथम एक रेगुलेटरी एक्ट द्वारा निया जोड़ा 1773 होता जो रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट। ऑप्शन ए यार राइट आंसर। क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 को देखिए। द इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शंस contained in the Government of India Act 1935 has been incorporated in the Constitution of India in the year 1950. The instrument of instructions contained in the Government of Indian Act 1935 has been incorporated in the Constitution of India in the year right answer होची emergency provision। आम जदि विचार करिबा स्टेट इमरजेंसी को आर्टिकल स्टेट इमरजेंसी पिला माने के कहि परिबो स्टेट इमरजेंसी होची हमर 352 आर्टिकल 352 स्टेट इमरजेंसी पाई। तापर असला नेशनल इमरजेंसी 356 आर्टिकल 356 होची नेशनल इमरजेंसी 356। तो गोटे प्रश्न आसला जो फाइनेंशियल इमरजेंसी को आर्टिकल सहित जड़ित फाइनेंशियल इमरजेंसी पिला माने 360 आम आर्टिकल ऊपर मध्य गोटे क्लास नेबी मु 360। द मॉन्टेगू चेमस्फोर्ड रिपोर्ट फॉर्म्ड द बेसिस ऑफ ताले मॉन्टेगू चेमस्फोर्ड जो रिपोर्ट गठित होइथिला कहा ऊपर द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1919 तापर ही मॉन्टेगू चेमस्फोर्ड रिपोर्ट गठित होइथिला। ऑप्शन बी। क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 आई हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड दिस वन। तापर हम देखियो क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 को देखियो। थ्रू व्हिच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग वेयर कमर्शियल एक्टिविटीज ऑफ द ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी फाइनली पुट टू एन एंड। जो वाणिज्य भित्तिक कार्यकलाप गुड़िक ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी शेष में परिसमाप्ति घटी थ्रू व्हिच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग वेयर कमर्शियल एक्टिविटीज ऑफ ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी फाइनली पुट टू एन एंड ना चार्टर एक्ट 1833 द्वारा चार्टर एक्ट 1833। द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1935 वाज बेस्ड ऑन ताले 1935 मसीह जो गवर्नमेंट इंडिया एक्ट होइतिला ता कहार आधार कहा को आधार करी होइतिला ताले ऑप्शन ए राइट आंसर प्रिंसिपल ऑफ फेडरेशन एंड पार्लियामेंटरी सिस्टम प्रिंसिपल ऑफ फेडरेशन एंड पार्लियामेंटरी सिस्टम को लेकी हमर चार्टर एक्ट 1935 होइतिला। व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग Which of the following vested Secretary of State for India with some control over the government of India? Which of the following vested Secretary of State for India with supreme control over the government of India? ताले को एक्ट द्वारा the Secretary of State for India with supreme control over the government of India सारा भारत जो भारत सरकार को जो मुख्य नियंत्रण ऊपर ताहा पर्यवेसित को एक्ट ना गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के 1858। ऑप्शन बी यार राइट आंसर। डायरची वाज फास्ट इंट्रोड्यूस्ड अंडर ताले डायरची प्रथम इंट्रोड्यूस करा जाइथिला का द्वारा ना मॉन्टेगू चेमस्फोर्ड रिफॉर्म द्वारा है मॉन्टेगू चेमस्फोर्ड रिफॉर्म द्वारा। क्वेश्चन नंबर 23 द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया वाज एडॉप्टेड ताले प्रथमे केबे गृहीत होला भारतीय संविधान केबे एडॉप्ट करा होला। ऑप्शन सी ना 26 नवेम्बर 1949। यदि हम विचार करें 26 जनवरी 1950 ना भारत एक सांविधानिक एक गणतांत्रिक राष्ट्र रूपे एडॉप्ट कर आरंभ करा केबे ना 26 जनवरी 1950 आरंभ होइतिला किंतु एडॉप्ट करा गला 26 नवेम्बर 1949 रो। Question number 15. In the Federation under the Act of 1935, residuary powers were given to the ताले 1935 जो आम रोचे एक्ट जो रोचे 1935 जो एक्ट जो रेसिडुअरी पावर क्या दि जाइथिला ना गवर्नर जनरल मान को दिया जाइथिला ऑप्शन सी हु प्रेसिडेंट ओवर द फास्ट मीटिंग ताले किए प्रथम मीटिंग को प्रतिनिधित्व सभापतित्व करथिले कोठी ना भारतीय सांविधानिक सभार प्रथम सभा को किए सभापतित्व करथिले ऑप्शन बी है राइट आंसर सच्चिदानंद सिन्हा किए ना सच्चिदानंद सिन्हा The Indian legislature was made bicameral for the first time. भारतीय जो लेजिस्लेचर प्रथम बाइकैमेराल भाव में प्रथम थर गठित होता केबे ना गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1919 रे गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडियन एक्ट 1919 हु एमंग द क्वेश्चन नंबर 25 को देखिबा हु एमंग द फॉलोइंग वाज द एडवाइजर टू द ड्राफ्टिंग कमिटी ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली निम्नलिखित मध्यरु किए भारतीय सांविधानिक सभार उपदेष्टा थिले बीएन राव ऑप्शन डी बीएन राव क्वेश्चन नंबर 17 व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग एक्ट वाज डिस्क्राइब्ड बाय जवाहरलाल नेहरू एज चार्टर ऑफ स्लेवरी क्यों एक्ट रे जवाहरलाल नेहरू को चार्टर ऑफ स्लेवरी बोली कहा जाइछि ना ऑप्शन डी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1935 रे जवाहरलाल नेहरू को कौन चार्टर ऑफ स्लेवरी बोली कहा जाइछि द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली ऑफ इंडिया स्टार्टेड फंक्शंस ताले भारतीय जो सांविधानिक सभा केबे ठारू कार्यकारी होइथिला 9 डिसेंबर 1946 ऑप्शन ए राइट आंसर 9 डिसेंबर 1946 जमे देखिए भारतीय जो आमर हूँ जातिर पताका त्रिरंगा पताका जातीय पताका जो त्रिरंगा पताका और जातीय पताकार मान्यता क्या मिलता किए कहीपर ताले जुलाई 22 1947 मसीहा जुलाई मासर 22 तारीख से दिन जातीय पताका को त्रिरंगा पताका को जातीय पताकार मान्यता मिलता से दिन हूँ 22 जुलाई 1947 तापर देखिवा क्वेश्चन नंबर 18 इन व्हिच ईयर डिड द पार्लियामेंट अडॉप्ट इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इन व्हिच ईयर द पार्लियामेंट अडॉप्ट इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन क्यों वर्ष भारतर संविधान को ग्रहण करा जाइथिला कौन इन व्हिच ईयर डिड द पार्लियामेंट अडॉप्ट इंडिया पार्लियामेंट अडॉप्ट करथिला काहको ना भारतीय संविधान को 1950 रे हैला तापर हमें देखिबा क्वेश्चन नंबर 27 को आलोचना करिबा इन व्हिच ईयर डिड द पार्लियामेंट अडॉप्ट इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एटा राइट आंसर होची 1950 27 क्वेश्चन नंबर 27 को देखिबा हु अमंग द फॉलोइंग हैड मूव्ड द ऑब्जेक्टिव रिजोल्यूशन व्हिच फॉर्म्ड द बेसिस ऑफ प्रीएम्बल ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन असेंबली ऑन 13 डिसेंबर 1946 हु अमंग द फॉलोइंग हैड मूव्ड ऑब्जेक्टिव रिजोल्यूशन किए ऑब्जेक्टिव रिजोल्यूशन को मूव करथिले केबे ना 13 डिसेंबर 1946 रे ना यार सठिक आंसर होची पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू ऑप्शन डी व्हाट वाज नॉट ए मेंबर ऑफ कैबिनेट मिशन रा मेंबर के नथिले जॉन साइमन ताले पैथिक लॉरेंस एवी अलेक्जेंडर स्ट्राफोर्ड क्रिप्स एमाने समस्त कैबिनेट मिशन रा मेंबर थिले किंतु जॉन साइमन से कैबिनेट मिशन रा मेंबर नथिले हु एमंग द फॉलोइंग वाज नॉट ए मेंबर ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली निम्नलिखित मध्यरु किए कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली रो भारतीय संवैधानिक सभार कौन सदस्य नथिले से होचंती जयप्रकाश नारायण ऑप्शन सी जयप्रकाश नारायण द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ पावर बिटवीन द सेंटर एंड द स्टेट्स इन द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज बेस्ड ऑन द स्कीम प्रोवाइडेड ताले केंद्र एवं राज्य सरकार मध्य जो भारतीय संविधान रे जो स्कीम उपलब्ध होची जो स्कीम प्रोवाइड कर दे जाइए क्यों एक्ट अनुसार ताहा होइछि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1935 ऑप्शन सी आर राइट आंसर। द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया वाज केम इनटू फोर्स ताले भारतीय संविधान केबे ठारू कार्यकारी हैला 26 जनवरी 1950 जो 26 जनवरी 1950 मसीह भारतीय संविधान कार्यकारी हैला। हु वाज द चेयरमैन ऑफ द यूनियन पावर कमिटी ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली भारतर जो यूनियन पावर कमिटी ର ପ୍ରଥମ ଚେୟାରମ୍ୟାନ୍ କିଏ ଥିଲେ କିଏ ଚେୟାରମ୍ୟାନ୍ ଥିଲେ ନା ଡକ୍ଟର ବି ଆର୍ ଆମ୍ବେଦକର। ହୁ ୱାଜ୍ ଦ ଚେୟାରମ୍ୟାନ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଦ ୟୁନିୟନ ପାୱାର କମିଟି ଅଫ୍ କନଷ୍ଟିଚ୍ୟୁଏଣ୍ଟ ଆସେମ୍ବଲି ଅଫ୍ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ସେ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ଅପସନ୍ ବି ଡକ୍ଟର ବି ଆର୍ ଆମ୍ବେଦକର। How many sessions of Indian Constitution Assembly were conducted for the formation of Indian Constitution? How many sessions of Indian Constituent Assembly were conducted for the formation of Indian भारतीय संविधान गठन रे केतोटी सेशन होइथिला टोटल ऑप्शन बी 11 टी सेशन होइथिला। What was the basis for constituting the Constituent Assembly of India? देले भारतीय संविधानिक गठन रे What was the basis for constituting the Constituent Assembly of India? कहा उपरे बेस करा जाई जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली को गठन करा जाइथिला ना कैबिनेट मिशन प्लान जोटा 1946 रे हितला ऑप्शन बी। द फर्स्ट डे सेशन ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन असेंबली वाज चेयर ताले प्रथम सेशन टी भारतीय जो संविधान प्रथम सेशन टी को किए कंडक्ट करथिले किए सभापतित्व करथिले ना ऑप्शन डी मु कहि सारी आंसर टी डिस्कस करि सारी क्वेश्चन टी ना सच्चिदानंद सिन्हा। How much time the Constituent Assembly took to frame the Constitution of India? ताले भारतीय संविधान को गठन करियो केते दिन लागि थिला ना 2 वर्ष 11 मास 18 दिन ऑप्शन बी है राइट आंसर। टेक ए लुक ऑन क्वेश्चन नंबर 40 हु among the following was the chairman of the Union Constitution Committee of the Constituent Assembly ताले भारत रा संवैधानिक सभा रो जो के चेयरमैन थिले केतेबेले ना यूनियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कमिटी रो चेयरमैन किए थे निम्नलिखित मध्य जवाहरलाल नेहरू थे है। जदि आम देखा इंडियन फॉरेन पॉलिसी रो फादर किए ना पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू। हु वाज द चेयरमैन ऑफ प्रोविंशियल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कमिटी ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन असेंबली हु वाज द चेयरमैन ऑफ प्रोविंशियल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कमिटी ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली राइट आंसर होची किए पिला माने ना सरदार पटेल। The number of the members included in the constitution of drafting committee drafting committee रे केते जण मेंबर को अंतर्भुक्त करा जायतिला 7 जण ऑप्शन ए। Who proposed the preamble before the drafting committee of the constitution तले भारतीय संविधान जो ड्राफ्टिंग कमिटी सम्मुख रे किए प्रस्तावना को प्रकाश करथिले से होचंती जवाहरलाल नेहरू ऑप्शन ए। हु प्रपोज्ड द preamble before the drafting committee of the constitution करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन ए जवाहरलाल नेहरू। क्वेश्चन नंबर 36 हु वाज द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट इंडिया भारतीय संविधान भारतीय स्वाधीन भारत वर्षर जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली रो प्रथम सभापति किए थे। हु वाज द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट इंडिया ऑप्शन बी डॉक्टर राजेंद्र प्रसाद। आम जाचु डॉक्टर राजेंद्र प्रसाद से होती भारत प्रथम राष्ट्रपति पिला कहीपर से क्यों राज्य बिलंग करती से बिहार बिलंग करती है बिहार। The presidential government operates on the principle of କାହାର ପ୍ରିନ୍ସିପଲ୍ ରେ ପ୍ରେସିଡେନ୍ସିଆଲ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ଅପରେଟ୍ ହୋଇଥାଏ? ଅପସନ୍ ଡି ସେପାରେସନ୍ ଅଫ୍ ପାୱାର। Which of the following countries have an unwritten constitution? କେଉଁ ଦେଶରେ ଗୋଟେ ଅଲିଖିତ ସମ୍ବିଧାନ ରହିଛି? ନା ୟୁନାଇଟେଡ୍ କିଙ୍ଗଡମ୍। ଅପସନ୍ ବି। Members of Constituent Assembly were, option A are right answer, elected by provincial assemblies. Question number 3. The unitary system of government possesses which of the following advantages? The unitary system of government possesses which of the following advantages? The correct answer is option B, strong state. Strong state. Take a look on question number 38. Who among the following was the chairperson of drafting committee set up the Constituent Assembly? ताले ड्राफ्टिंग कमिटी रो प्रथम चेयरपर्सन किए थिले जो हु अमंग द फॉलोइंग वाज द चेयरपर्सन ऑफ द ड्राफ्टिंग कमिटी सेट अप बाय द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली जहा कि सांविधानिक सभा द्वारा प्रतिष्ठित होइथिला सो ड्राफ्टिंग कमिटी चेयरमैन थिले बी आर आंबेडकर। क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 को देखिबा व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग कंट्रीज एंजॉयड ए फेडरल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट? Which of the following countries enjoys a federal form of government? The correct answer is USA. Option B. The English crown is an example of ताले English crown कहार example ना nominative adjective रा example. Option C are right answer. During which of the following period did the Constituent Assembly deliberate upon and finalize the Constitution of India? During which of the following period did the Constituent Assembly deliberate upon and finalize the Constitution of India? The correct option is option C, December 1946 to November 1949. ताले केते दिन लागितला 2 वर्ष 11 मास 18 दिन डिसेंबर 1946 रे आरंभ होइतिला एवं 1949 बेलकू एंड हेतिला। The declaration that democracy is a government of the people, by the people and for the people ए कहार उक्ति ना अब्राहम लिंकन। गणतंत्र होछि लोकमानकर लोकमानक द्वारा एवं लोकमानक पई थिबा शासन ए उक्तिटे कहार ना अब्राहम लिंकन युक्तराष्ट्र अमेरिकार पूर्वतन राष्ट्रपति अब्राहम लिंकन। Where was the concept of unwritten where was the concept of written constitution first born? ताले हमर लिखित संविधान प्रथमे केउठु आरंभ होइतिला ना युक्तराष्ट्र अमेरिका यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका रो ऑप्शन बी राइट आंसर आरंभ होइतिला कोन ना written constitution. What is Gandhiji's first what is Gandhiji's definition of Ram Raj? ताले गांधीजींकर अनुसारे राम राज्य कोन? Sovereignty of the people based on pure moral authority जोठी वास्तव नैतिक भाव रही थाए से होचे राम राज्य। Sovereignty of people based on pure moral authority option A यार राइट आंसर। क्वेश्चन नंबर 16 को देखिबा व्हाट वाज द फर्स्ट पार्लियामेंटरी फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट फॉर्म? केउठारे प्रथम सांविधानिक सरकार गठित होइतिला? ऑप्शन ए ब्रिटेन। ऑप्शन ए ब्रिटेन यहाँ राइट आंसर। हु कॉल्ड इंडियन फेडरलिज्म एज द कोऑपरेटिव फेडरलिज्म? किए कहितिले जे भारतर फेडरलिज्म होचे एक कोऑपरेटिव फेडरलिज्म? जी ऑस्टिन। ऑप्शन ए आर राइट आंसर। The most essential feature of the parliamentary form of government. The most essential feature of the parliamentary form of government. The correct option is option D, independent judiciary. The Constitution of India is option D, partly rigid as well as partly rigid and partly flexible. Option D is the right answer. Question number 9. At which of its session did the Congress officially accept the socialistic pattern of society? At which of its session did the Congress officially accept the socialist pattern of society? The correct answer is Abadi session of 1955. Option B. The Constitution of India borrowed the scheme of Indian Federation. ताले जो Indian Federation for the Constitution कोठु borrow करा जाइछि ना कनाडा रु हला. The Constitution of India borrowed the scheme of Indian Federation from Canada. In India polity, which one is supreme? In Indian polity, the Constitution is the supreme. The concept of judicial review in our Constitution has been taken from Constitution of जोटा judicial review क्यों देशर संविधान रू निया जाइछि judicial review concept of judicial review ओटा यूएस रू निया जाइछि हला. ऑप्शन बी यार राइट आंसर. In Indian polity, the executive is subordinate to option B, legislature. Who among the following gave the following statement about the Indian Constitution? Who among the following gave the following statement about the Indian Constitution? Indian Constitution strikes a good balance between extreme rigidity and too much flexibility. The correct answer is option C, Alexander Wyche. Alexander Wyche. Article of Constitution ऊपर मध्य आलोचना करिबा. From which of the following language listed in 18th schedule of the Constitution pick out the one which is the official language of state? The right answer of option B, Urdu. From the following language listed in the 8th schedule ताको list करा जाइछि of the Constitution pick out the one which is the official language of a state? Urdu. Option B. The item education belongs to concurrent list. पिला माने कहि परिबो concurrent list को देश रु निया हिछि ना ऑस्ट्रेलिया हैला. ऑस्ट्रेलिया. को देश रु बरो करा जाइछि ऑस्ट्रेलिया रु concurrent list. Who among the following gave the following statement about the Indian Constitution? এই স্টেটমেন্টটি কিଏ ଦେଇଥିଲେ এটা ମୁଁ କହି ରିପିଟ୍ କରୁଛି. Indian Constitution strikes a good balance between extreme rigidity and too much flexibility. Alexander Wyche. Which of the following official document is related with India? निम्नलिखित मध्यरु केउ official document टी भारत सहित संपृक्त? White paper. Option A यार right answer. How many schedules the Constitution of India contains? भारतीय संविधान रे केतोटी schedule रहिछि? 12 टी हैला 12 टी schedule रहिछि. Which one of the following is a basic feature of presidential government? Which one of the following is a basic feature of presidential government? Right answer is option B, single executive. Which article of Indian Constitution provided for the institution of Panchayat Raj? Panchayat Raj को आर्टिकल प्रोवाइड करे? को आर्टिकल द्वारा पंचायत राज जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन प्रोवाइड्स फॉर द इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑफ पंचायत राज यार आर्टिकल 40. ऑप्शन सी यार राइट आंसर. क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 देखिबा. आर्टिकल 1 ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डिक्लेयर्स. तले आर्टिकल 1 हम भारतीय संविधान आर्टिकल 1 कौन घोषणा करि थाए? ऑप्शन डी, यूनियन ऑफ स्टेट्स. ऑप्शन डी. आर्टिकल 340 ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कौन डिक्लेयर कर थाए? na social and educational backward class. For the appointment of a commission to the investigate the conditions for the improvement of social and educational SCBC मानकर जो improvement ପାଇଁ आर्टिकल 340 କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ କରିଥାଏ। Question number 6. How many articles are there in our constitution? आम कन्स्टिट्यूशन रे 395 किंतु 470 हो गलानी ହେଲା 470 गलानी 395 to 470. Although union list, state list and concurrent list about the entire legislature business, yet there may be an item not mentioned anywhere who will legislate on that item. Although union list, state list and concurrent list cover the entire legislative business, yet there may be an item not mentioned anywhere who will legislate on that item. The correct answer is option A, Parliament only. The articles of the Constitution of India which deal with directive principle of state policy मु कही DPSP आम जो अच्छे इरिस कन्स्टिट्यूशन रो निया होइछि जो DPSP डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल ऑफ स्टेट पॉलिसी क्यों आर्टिकल सहित ताहा सन्निवेष्टित ऑप्शन सी 36 to 51 आर्टिकल 36 to 51. Which part of Indian Constitution deals with fundamental rights? Part 3 रे होछि fundamental rights सब हमरो. Under which article of Constitution of India can be the President of India be impeached? Under which article of Constitution of India can be President of India be impeached? Option A is the right answer, Article 61. Part 4 of Constitution of India deals with Part 4 रे कौन रोची पिला माने Part 4 रे रोची हमरो ऑप्शन सी डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल ऑफ स्टेट पॉलिसी. In which part of Constitution of India Constitution deals with the citizenship are mentioned? को पार्ट रे होची citizenship टा ना Part 2 रे रोची ऑप्शन बी. Power, authority and responsibilities. Power, authority and responsibilities of municipalities are listed in which one of the following schedules of the Constitution India? जो power, authority और responsibilities भारतीय संविधान में क्यों पार्ट रहुची ये होची 12th. Which one of the following provisions of the Indian Constitution deals with the appointment and the dismissal of the Council of Ministers? Which one of the following provisions of the Indian Constitution deals with the appointment and dismissal of the Council of Ministers? Article option D, Article 75. How many languages are recognized by the Constitution? भारतीय संविधान द्वारा केतोटी भाषा को स्वीकृति दिया जायछि? ऑप्शन सी 22. For distribution of power between union and state constitution, of India introduced 3 lists. Which two of the following articles govern the distribution of power? Option D are right answer. Article 245 and 246. The method of constitutional amendment is provided. ताले method of constitutional amendment को article रे provide करा जाई था. Article 368. The Constitution of India does not clearly provide for the freedom of press, but this freedom is implicit in the Article 19 A. Option A are right answer. 19A. Part 3 of the Constitution of India relates. ताले Part 3 टा Constitution में कहाँ सहित संपृक्त ना फंडामेंटल राइट्स सहित संपृक्त. The 10th schedule of Indian Constitution deals with ऑप्शन ए आर राइट आंसर एंटी डिफेक्शन लेजिस्लेशन, एंटी डिफेक्शन लेजिस्लेशन। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन को जीवा हमें। Procedure for creation of legislative council in India, sorry, procedure for creation of legislative council in state has been described. Procedure for creation of legislative council in state has been described in which article? Right answer होची article 169, article 169. The finance commission is constituted under article, তাহলে finance commission টা को आर्टिकल द्वारा गठित होता है? आर्टिकल 280. Function to be assigned to Panchayat by 73rd amendment of the constitution are mentioned. Functions to be assigned. Functions to be assigned to panchayats by 73rd amendments of the constitution are mentioned in 11th schedule to mention ହେଇଛି ପିଲାମାନେ 11th schedule. Which article of the constitution provides that it shall be the endeavor for every state to provide adequate facility for instruction in the mother tongue at the primary stage of education? I am repeating this question again, take a look on it. Which article of the constitution provides that it shall be the endeavor or every state to provide adequate facility for instruction in the mother tongue at the primary stage of education? Correct answer of the option C, article 350A. आर्टिकल 249 ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कहा सहित सन्निवेष्टित आर्टिकल 249? यार करेक्ट आंसर होची ऑप्शन डी, लेजिस्लेटिव पावर ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू ए मैटर इन द स्टेट लिस्ट. With which provision relating to the fundamental rights is directly related to the exploitation of children? ताले क्यों मौलिक अधिकारटी सीधा सड़क पिलामानकर जो शोषित होता पिलामानक उपरे तार निराकरण पाई उद्दिष्ट? ऑप्शन डी, आर्टिकल 24. क्वेश्चन नंबर 37 को देखिवा. Which one of the following statement correctly describes the fourth schedule of constitution? ताले निम्नलिखित मध्य क्यों उक्तिटी फोर्थ शेड्यूल ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को करेक्टली मेंशन करिछि? इट एलोकेट्स सीट्स इन द काउंसिल ऑफ स्टेट. ऑप्शन डी है राइट आंसर. द आर्टिकल ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन रिलेटेड टू एबली जो अनटचेबिलिटी छुआ भेदभाव को दूर करने पे क्यों आर्टिकल टी उद्दिष्ट? आर्टिकल 17. ऑप्शन सी है राइट आंसर. Question number 38. The ninth schedule to the Indian Constitution was added by. ताहले फास्ट अमेंडमेंट जो होइथिला फास्ट अमेंडमेंट रे नाइन्थ शेड्यूल को भारतीय संविधान रे जोड़ा जाइछि हैला. क्वेश्चन नंबर 29 को देखिबा. क्वेश्चन नंबर 29. It shall be the duty of every citizen of India to protect and improve the natural environment. The statement refers to which of the following articles of the Constitution of India? I am repeating this question again. It shall be the duty of every citizen of India to protect and improve the natural environment. This statement refers to which of the following articles of Constitution of India? The right answer is option C, article 251A. So sorry, article 51A. Right answer कौन होगा? article 51A. Under which article of Indian Constitution can the president be impeached? Under which article of Indian Constitution can the president be impeached? Correct answer is article 61. Which one of the following article of Indian Constitution provides that it shall be the duty of the Union to protect every state against external aggression and internal disturbance? Correct answer is Article 355. Which one of the following schedule of Indian Constitution lists the names of states and specifies their territories? Which one of the following schedule of Indian Constitution lists the names of states and specifies their territories? Correct answer of option A first. By which name our country mentioned in the Constitution? India and Bharat. Option A are right answer. The constitutional status has been given to the panchayats under article. The constitutional status has been given to the panchayat under article 243. Option D are right answer. Under which article of Constitution of India can the Indian Parliament make laws under the residuary powers? Under which article of the Constitution of India can the Indian Parliament make laws under the residuary powers? The right answer होची correct answer for 248 article. 248 article. The speaker's vote in the Lok Sabha is called. The speaker's vote in Lok Sabha is called casting vote. Option A right answer. The speaker of the Lok Sabha addresses letter of the resignation to the deputy speaker of Lok Sabha. Option D is the right answer. The speaker of the Lok Sabha addresses his letter to the deputy speaker of the speaker of Lok Sabha addresses his letter of resignation to the deputy speaker of Lok Sabha. The maximum strength of the Lok Sabha as stipulated in the Constitution of India. The maximum strength of the Lok Sabha as stipulated in the Constitution of India. Correct answer is 552. Maximum Lok Sabha 500 तार maximum strength होची 552. The number of Lok Sabha members who can table no confidence motion against the council of members is 50. Option C is the right answer. The number of Anglo-Indians who can be nominated by the president to Lok Sabha 2 जन है ऑप्शन ए 2 जन आंग्लो इंडियन राष्ट्रपति द्वारा लोकसभा को मनोनीत होई थांती. What is the fixed members of Lok Sabha? Lok Sabha fixed member केते पिला माने ना 545. Union budget is always presented first. कोठी ना लोकसभा यूनियन बजेट प्रथम प्रेजेंट करा जाइता है. The finance bill of Indian Constitution is presented in lower house. Finance bill of Indian government is presented in lower house. Which of the following states elect only one member of Lok Sabha? Which of the following states elect only one member of Lok Sabha? This is Sikkim. Option C is the right answer. Question number 16. Rajya Sabha enjoys more power than Lok Sabha in case of setting up new All India services. Option C is the right answer. Rajya Sabha enjoys more power than the Lok Sabha in case of setting up new All India services. Question number 7. The allocation of seats in present Lok Sabha is based on which of the following census? The allocation of seats in present Lok Sabha is based on the census of 1971. The tenure of the Rajya Sabha is option D permanent. Question number 8. Who holds the power to appoint the nominees for Anglo-Indian community in the Lok Sabha? I have already discussed this question. I'm repeating this one again. Who holds the power to appoint the nominees for Anglo-Indian community in the Lok Sabha? The correct answer is option B, President of Lok Sabha. Question number 18. What is the term of a member of Rajya Sabha? 6 years. Option D, 6 years. The Vice President is the ex-officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. What is the minimum age laid down for a candidate to seek election to the Lok Sabha? What is the minimum age laid down for a candidate to seek election to the Lok Sabha? The correct answer is option C, 25 years. The Rajya Sabha is dissolved after not objection to dissolution. Option D is the right answer. Rajya Sabha can delay the finance bill sent for its consideration by the Lok Sabha for a maximum period of 14 days. The upper house of the Indian Parliament is known as Rajya Sabha. Who is the chairman of Rajya Sabha? The Vice President. The President of India enjoys emergency power. Option B, 3 types. Which is the house where the chairperson is not the member of the house? Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is the house where the chairperson is not the member of that house. How many times the President of India can seek re-election to his post? Any member, any number of times. Option D is the right answer. Which of the following appointments is not made by the President of India? The correct answer is option A, Speaker of the Lok Sabha. It is not made by the President of India. How many members are nominated by the President in Rajya Sabha? How many members are nominated by the President of Rajya Sabha? Correct answer is option C, 12. So take a look on question number 25. What could be the maximum time limit of 0 hour? 0 hour time limit kete 1 hour. Option B. In case the President wish to resign, to whom is he addressed for his resignation? Vice President. जदि प्रेसिडेंट तांकर रेजिग्नेशन देबे काहाकू देबे ना वाइस प्रेसिडेंट को देबे. जदि वाइस प्रेसिडेंट भी नथिबे कि प्रेसिडेंट भी नथिबे, जदि वाइस प्रेसिडेंट काहाकू देबे प्रेसिडेंट को देबे. जदि मोर प्रश्न हला वाइस प्रेसिडेंट भी नथिबे प्रेसिडेंट भी नथिबे ताले सेते बेले कार्यभार काहाकू दिया जायते सेते बेले सुप्रीम जो चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया से कार्यभार ग्रहण करंती. Which of the following cannot be dissolved but can be abolished? Which of the following cannot be dissolved but can be abolished? And correct answer, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, or state legislative assemblies. Option D, all of these. What is the maximum age limit prescribed for the post of President of India? ताले President of India पे age limit किछि नाही. Option D, there is no maximum age limit. What is the fixed strength of Rajya Sabha? 250. Rajya Sabha fixed strength होची 250. राष्ट्रपति भवन वाज डिजाइनेड. राष्ट्रपति भवन को किए डिजाइन करथिले? ऑप्शन सी, एडविन लुटेंस. एडविन लुटेंस. In which house of the parliament the presiding officer is not a member of the house? In which of the parliament the presiding officer is not a member of the house? Correct answer is Rajya Sabha. Option B. A presidential ordinance can remain in force. A presidential ordinance can remain in force for 6 months. Option B is the right answer. The resolution for the removal of the Vice President of India can be proposed in any House of Parliament. Option D, any House of Parliament. Who can initiate impeachment of the President? Who can initiate impeachment of the President? Correct answer is 1/4 members of either House of the Parliament. Option A are right answer. To be eligible for election as President of India, a person must have completed at the age. তাহলে to eligible for election as President of India, তাহলে জଣେ କ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡିଡେଟ୍କୁ କେତେ ଏଜ୍ ହୋଇଥିବା ଦରକାର? 35 years. The minimum age should be 35 years. Take a look on question number 20. By which of the following can be President of India be impeached? Option B. By Parliament the can be President of India be impeached. ताले President of India को Parliament द्वारा मध्य काढ़ी हेबो. Parliament तार निष्पत्ति नहीं परिवे हैला. Which one of the following office is held during the pleasure of the President of India? Option C, government of a state, governor of a state. Option C is the right answer. Who was the President of India at the time of proclamation of emergency in the year 1975? Who was the President of India at the time of proclamation of emergency in the year 1975? Correct answer is Fakiruddin Ali Ahmad. Option C, Fakiruddin Ali Ahmad. Take a look on question number 21. Acting Chief Justice of Supreme Court in India is appointed by President. है भारत जो उच्च न्यायालय रहुची उच्च न्यायालय जो चीफ जस्टिस को किए नियुक्ति दियंती ना प्रेसिडेंट दियंती. Who was the President of India at the time of proclamation emergency in the year 1975? मु कहि सारिछि फकीरुद्दीन अली अहमद. ऑप्शन सी. कंट्रोलर एंड ऑडिटर जनरल वर्तमान किए अछंती जीसी मुर्मू, गिरीश चंद्र मुर्मू, ओडिशार मयूरभंज डिस्ट्रिक्ट जे बिलोंग करती. कंट्रोलर एंड ऑडिटर जनरल ऑफ इंडिया इज अपॉइंटेड. ताकू किए अपॉइंट करती? राष्ट्रपति, प्रेसिडेंट. अंडर व्हिच आर्टिकल ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया कैन द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया बी इम्पीच्ड? Under which article of the Constitution of India can be the President of India be impeached? Correct answer is Article 61. Who holds the power to appoint the nominees from Anglo-Indian community in the Lok Sabha? Who holds the power to appoint the nominees from Anglo-Indian community in the Lok Sabha? Correct answer is President of India. Option B, President of India. The vacancy of the office of the President of India must be filled up within. जेतेले जणे राष्ट्रपति स्थान पूरण होई नथिबो केते दिन भितर ता पूर्ण होबा दरकार? 6 months. Option B is the right answer. The vacancy of the office of the President of India must be filled up within 6 months. Who is the executive head of the state? State ro executive head किए ना President. The single instance of unanimous election of the President of India so far was the election of Neelam Sanjeev Reddy. Option D is the right answer. Neelam Sanjeev Reddy. In India, the President is elected by single transferable vote. In India, the President is elected by single transferable vote. Which one of the following has the power to initiate the motion of impeachment of the President of India? Correct answer above both house of the parliament. Option D, both Rajya Sabha as well as Lok Sabha, both houses of the parliament. The first president of independent India hails from भारतर प्रथम राष्ट्रपति डॉक्टर राजेंद्र प्रसाद क्यों राज्य बिलोंग करती? बिहार. The constitutional authorities of the president to make provision for discharge of duties of governor in extraordinary circumstances under the constitution authorizes the president to make provision for discharge of duties of governor in extraordinary circumstances under article 160. Option A are right answer. Question number 18 को देखिए. Recommendation to the President of India on the specific union state fiscal relations are made by the Financial Commission. Finance Commission, option D are right answer. He represents the nation but does not lead the nation. से नेशन को रिप्रेजेंट करती किंतु नेशन को लीड करती नहीं. दिस डिक्टम एप्लाइज ऑन हुम ऑफ द फॉलोइंग. से होचंती किए ना राष्ट्रपति. ऑप्शन सी प्रेसिडेंट. The power of the president to issue ordinance is a relic of the power of the president to issue ordinance is a relic of option C Government of India Act 1935. Option C is the right answer. Who of the following became Prime Minister of India without becoming the Union Cabinet Minister? क्यों व्यक्ति जनक सी यूनियन कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर न होई भारतर प्रधानमंत्री होई पारिथिले. से होचंदी एस डी देवगौड़ा. ऑप्शन बी एस डी देवगौड़ा. Who was the Prime Minister of India when the anti-defection bill was passed? जेतेबेले anti-defection bills अधिकृत कराइथिला सेतेबेले भारतर प्रधानमंत्री किए थिले ना राजीव गांधी थिले. ऑप्शन बी राइट आंसर. Who was the Prime Minister of India when the anti-defection bill was passed? Which of the following types of authorities are attributed to the President of India? Which of the following types of authorities are attributed to the President of India? The correct answer is constitutional and nominal. Who among the following Indian Prime Minister resigned before facing a vote of non-confidence in the Lok Sabha? Who among the following Indian Prime Minister resigned before facing a vote of non-confidence in the Lok Sabha? The correct answer is Chaudhary Charan Singh. Who among the following is appointed by the President? निम्नलिखित मध्यरु प्रेसिडेंट काहाकू नियुक्ति दियंती? अटॉर्नी जनरल ऑफ इंडिया, कंट्रोलर एंड ऑडिटर जनरल, गवर्नर ऑफ स्टेट. द करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन डी. शक्ति स्थल इज रिलेटेड टू होम. शक्ति स्थल कहार समाधि स्थल कहा सहित संपृक्त? इंदिरा गांधी. ऑप्शन ए. व्हिच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग प्राइम मिनिस्टर जेमिति हमर कोन कहउची महात्मा गांधी कर राजघाट कह जाउची, इंदिरा गांधी कर शक्ति स्थल. व्हिच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग प्राइम मिनिस्टर नेवर फेस्ड द पार्लियामेंट ड्यूरिंग द टेनर? करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन सी चौधरी चरण सिंह. The office of the Deputy Prime Minister is an extra constitutional growth. Option B is an extra constitutional growth. Who was the first woman to become Prime Minister of India? Sorry, India Prime Minister तो प्रथम तो इंदिरा गांधी. पृथ्वीर प्रथम प्रधानमंत्री किए? से श्रीलंकार प्रधानमंत्री थिले. पृथ्वीर प्रथम महिला प्रधानमंत्री सिरिमो भावबंदर नायक. ऑप्शन डी. The office of the Deputy Prime Minister. The office of the Deputy Prime Minister is an extra constitutional growth. Option B. Who exercise the actual executive power under the parliamentary form of government? Correct answer of Prime Minister. Prime Minister मध्य हमर कैबिनेट मिशन जोड़ा हमर होची जो नीति आयोग होची 1 जनवरी 2015 ता ना हला कोन नीति आयोग बा प्लानिंग कमिशन र हेड किए प्राइम मिनिस्टर. प्लानिंग कमिशन ना चेंज है 1 जनवरी 2015 ତା ନାଁ ହେଲା କ'ଣ ନୀତି ଆୟୋଗ। In India, the Prime Minister remains in office so long as he enjoys the confidence of Lok Sabha. Option C are right answer. The Union Ministers hold office during the pleasure of President. Option A are right answer. Which party provided two Prime Ministers in 2 years' time? Janata Dal. Option C. Who was the first Deputy Prime Minister of India? भारतर प्रथम उप प्रधानमंत्री किए ना सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल. ऑप्शन डी इज द राइट आंसर. Who among the following is the chairman of the National Integration Council? निम्नलिखित मध्यरु किए नेशनल इंटीग्रेशन काउंसिल द चेयरमैन? प्राइम मिनिस्टर. कैबिनेट रो अर्थ कौन? व्हाट डज कैबिनेट मीन्स? The correct answer is option C. Ministers with cabinet rank. Ministers with cabinet. Option C are right answer. Manmohan Singh is the dash prime minister. Manmohan Singh त्रयोदश 13तम prime minister थिले भारतर. The resolution for removing the vice president of India can be moved in the Rajya Sabha alone. Who was the first vice president of India? भारत प्रथम उपराष्ट्रपति किए थे? डॉक्टर सर्वपल्ली राधाकृष्णन. से होउछन्ति भारत द्वितीय राष्ट्रपति एवं प्रथम उपराष्ट्रपति डॉक्टर सर्वपल्ली राधाकृष्णन. What is the minimum age to be eligible for the post of vice president? Vice president post पाई minimum age केते? 35 years. Option B. In case the president wishes to resign, to whom is he address his resignation letter? जदि प्रेसिडेंट रिजाइन देवा ପାଇଁ चाहती तांकर रेजिग्नेशन लेटर काहा को देबे? वाइस प्रेसिडेंट को देबे. Who was the first foreign minister of free India? स्वाधीन भारत रो प्रथम फॉरेन मिनिस्टर किए थिले ना पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू. आउ फॉरेन पॉलिसी रो फादर बोली मध्य ता को आउची भारतीय जो फॉरेन पॉलिसी एई जवाहरलाल नेहरू ही होचंती फॉरेन पॉलिसी रो फादर. Who held the office of the vice president of India? Correct answer होची डॉक्टर सर्वपल्ली राधाकृष्णन. The Union Executive of India consists of. Union Executive कहा को नहीं गठित? The President, Vice President and the Council of Ministers only. And the Union Executive of India consists of President, Vice President as well as the Council of Ministers. Who is called the father of Indian economic reform? Indian economic reform. फादर ऑफ इंडियन इकोनॉमिक रिफॉर्म कहा को कहा जाउची? भारत त्रयोदश प्रधानमंत्री डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह को कहा जाउची फादर ऑफ इंडियन इकोनॉमिक रिफॉर्म. Who is the chairman of Rajya Sabha? Vice President. Which of the following amendments of Indian Constitution restricts the size of the Union Ministry? Correct answer option D. 91st Amendment. 91 Amendment. The proposal relating to dismissal of the Vice President of India can be presented. The proposal relating to dismissal of the Vice President can be presented. Correct answer होची Rajya Sabha option B. Which one of the following motions can the Council of Ministers of India move? Correct answer option D. Confidence motion. स्वाधीन भारत वर्षर प्रथम आईन मंत्री किए थे? द फर्स्ट लॉ मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट इंडिया डॉक्टर B.R. आंबेडकर. Which one of the following vice president was not appointed as president of the country? Krishnakant ହେଲା. Which one of the following vice president was not appointed as president of the country? Correct answer is option C, Krishnakant. To whom is the council of ministers responsible? To whom is the council of ministers responsible? Correct answer is Lok Sabha. Who is the highest civil servant of union government? Who is the highest civil servant of the union government? Correct answer is cabinet secretary. The attorney general of India is appointed by the president of India. The attorney general of India is appointed by the president of India. Survey of India is under the Ministry of Science and Technology. Survey of India is under the Ministry of Science and Technology. Who advises the government of India on legal matters? Attorney General. Who advises the government of India on legal matter? The correct answer is option A, Attorney General. Take a look on question number 8. Archaeological Survey of India is an attached office of the Department of Culture. Option A is the right answer. Under which one of the ministries of government of India does the Food and Nutrition Board work? Under which one of the ministries of the government of India does the Food and Nutrition Board work? Correct answer is option C, Ministry of Human Resource Development. Ministry of Human Resource Development. Comptroller and Auditor General of India is appointed by, the answer have option A, President. Under the administration of which one of the following is the Department of Atomic Energy? Under the administration of which one of the following is the Department of Atomic Energy? Correct answer is the Prime Minister's Office. Who among the following, take a look on question number 7. Who among the following can participate in the proceedings of both houses of parliament? Take a look question and the correct answer is Attorney General. Attorney General can participate in the proceeding of both houses of parliament. Who is known as the first law officer of India? Who is known as the first law officer of India? Correct answer is option C, Attorney General of India. My dear friends, students, all competitive aspirants, if you came to this channel firstly, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. This is your channel Genius Point. From this channel you will get all type of multiple choice questions related on different type of competitive examinations. So take a look on each classes vividly, don't leave it out, and brush up your knowledge to crack your competitive examination. Who is known as the first law officer of India? Correct answer to कौन थिला? The Attorney General of India. The Comptroller and Auditor General is appointed. ताकू क्या appoint करती? Comptroller and Auditor General को President by the President. Correct answer option A. The Comptroller and Auditor General of India acts as the Chief Accountant and Auditor for the Union and State Governments. Option C, Union and States Governments. Question number 10. The Attorney General of India is a legal advisor. ताले Attorney General of India कहार legal advisor अटंती? Prime Minister. Option B. What is the period of appointed of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India? 6 years, 6 years or 65 years of age whenever is earlier. Option C is the right answer. तापर हमें देखिवा जुडिशियरी उपरे. What does the judiciary review function of the Supreme Court mean? Option A. What does the judiciary review function of the Supreme Court mean? Correct answer option C. Examine the constitutional validity of the laws. Question number 10. The power of the Supreme Court of India to decide disputes between the center as well as the states falls under its original jurisdiction. Option D are a right answer. The disputes regarding the election of the president and vice president of India are decided. The disputes regarding the election of president as well as the vice president of India are decided by the Supreme Court. Take a look on question number 11. Sovereignty of Indian Parliament is restricted by judicial review. Take a look on question number 12. Who of the following Chief Justice of India acted as the President of India also? ଭାରତର ସୁପ୍ରିମକୋର୍ଟର ଯେ ମୁଖ୍ୟ ବିଚାରପତି ଥିଲେ ସେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଭାରତର ରାଷ୍ଟ୍ରପତି ହୋଇଥିଲେ ସେ କିଏ ସେ ବ୍ୟକ୍ତି ଜଣକ କିଏ ସେ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ଜଷ୍ଟିସ୍ ଏମ୍ ହିଦାୟତୁଲ୍ଲା ଅପସନ୍ ଏ How many types of writs can be issued by the Supreme Court? Option C 5. The Supreme Court of India enjoys, take a look on the answer option D, original appellates and advisory of jurisdiction. The Indian Constitution provides for the appointments of head of judges in all of these Supreme Court, High Court as well as district and session courts. So option D is the right answer. What makes the judiciary the guardian of the constitution? Option D, judiciary review. Which article of Constitution of India deals with the appellate jurisdiction of Supreme Court in connection with constitutional cases? Your right answer होची option C, article 132 read with article 134A. Who holds the power to increase the number of judges in the Supreme Court? Who holds the power to increase the number of judges? कहा पाखरे पावर थे जज इंक्रीज करिया पाई ना पार्लियामेंट ऊपर. ऑप्शन सी इज द राइट आंसर. When there is a vacancy in the office of the president and vice president at the same time, the office is held temporarily by ଯେତେବେଳେ ଭାଇସ୍ ପ୍ରେସିଡେଣ୍ଟ ଏବଂ ପ୍ରେସିଡେଣ୍ଟଙ୍କର ପୋଷ୍ଟ ଭେକେନ୍ସି ଥିବ ସେତେବେଳେ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟଭାର କାହା ଉପରେ ନ୍ୟସ୍ତ ଥାଏ ନା ଚିଫ୍ ଜଷ୍ଟିସ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ. ଅପସନ୍ ବି. Which one of the following is correct about the Supreme Court regarding its judgment? Correct answer is option A. It can change the judgment. Acting Chief Justice of Supreme Court in India is appointed by option C, President. Salaries of the judges of the Supreme Court are determined by Parliament. Option C is the right answer. Who has the right to seek advisory opinion of the Supreme Court of India on any question of law? Who has the right to seek advisory opinion of the Supreme Court in India in any question of law? Correct answer is option B, President. Which one of the following subjects comes under the common jurisdiction of the Supreme Court and the High Court? My dear students, friends and all competitive aspirants, take a look on question number 9 again. Who has the right to seek advisory opinion of the Supreme Court in India on any question of law? Correct answer is option B, President. Which one of the following subjects comes under the common jurisdiction of the Supreme Court and the High Court? The correct answer is option C, protection of the fundamental rights. The system of judicial review exists in India and USA. The system of judicial review exists in India and USA. India and USA. Which article of the Constitution permits the Supreme Court to review its own judgment or order? Which article of the Constitution permits the Supreme Court to review its own judgment or order? The correct answer is option A, Article 137. Who is the custodian of Indian Constitution? Who is the custodian of Indian Constitution? The correct answer is Supreme Court. Option D. Which of these is not included as fundamental right in the Constitution of India? Which of these is not included as the fundamental right in the Constitution of India? The correct answer is option D. Right to equal wages for equal works. Right to equal wages for equal works. Who is the final authority to interpret the Constitution? Who is the final authority to interpret the Constitution? Correct answer is the Supreme Court. Option D. Which of the following can a court issue for enforcement of fundamental rights? Correct answer is option C. A writ. The Chief Justice of Supreme Court is appointed by the President. Option C is the right answer. Point out which one of the following is not a right enumerated in the Constitution of India but has been articulated by the Supreme Court to be fundamental rights. The correct answer is option A, right to privacy. Point out which from the following is not a right enumerated in the Constitution of India but has been articulated by the Supreme Court to be a fundamental rights. Its correct option is option A, right to privacy. This is not a right enumerated in the Constitution of India. Take a look on question number 4. Civil equality implies equal before law. Equal before law. Question number 23. The Supreme Court of India was set up. The correct answer. The Supreme Court of India was set up by the Regulating Act 1773. Option A is the right answer. The Constitution 98th Amendment Act is related to the Constitution of National Judicial Commission. Option B. The Constitution of the National Judicial Commission. Who considered the right to constitutional remedies as very heart and soul? Right to constitutional remedy is considered as heart and soul. जोड़ा हमको 32 आर्टिकल को रिफर करे. आर्टिकल 32 कौन ना कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल रेमेडीज इज द हार्ट एंड सोल ऑफ द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन किए कहिथिले ना बी.आर. आंबेडकर कहिथिले. Which of the following is a bulwark of personal freedom? Which of the following is a bulwark of personal freedom? Correct answer option B, habeas corpus. Who was the Chief Justice of India when public interest litigation was introduced to the Indian judicial system? Who was the Chief Justice of India when public interest litigation was introduced to the Indian judicial system? The correct answer is P.N. Bhagavati. Option C is the right answer. Take a look on question number 7. Right to property was removed from the list of fundamental rights during the rule of Morarji Desai government. Option B is the right answer. Right to property was removed from the list of the fundamental rights during the rule of Morarji Desai government. Option B is the right answer. Political rights does not include which of the following? Right to life. This is not a political rights. Right to life. Right to Education Act 2002 was introduced to the help which of one of the following groups of society. Right to Education Act 2022 was introduced to the help which one of the following groups of society. The correct answer is children of the age of 6 to 14. Option A is the right answer. Which of the following rights is not granted by the Constitution of India at present as a fundamental right? Which of the following right is not granted by the Constitution of India at present as a fundamental right? This is right to property. Option C. It has been removed during the Morarji Desai government. freedom of the press in India. Freedom of the press in India is implied the right of freedom of expression. Option C is the right answer. Who is the guardian of fundamental rights enumerated in the Constitution of India? Supreme Court is known as the guardian of fundamental rights. Part 3 of the Constitution of India relates to fundamental rights. Part 3 of the Constitution of India relates to fundamental rights. Which constitutional amendment deleted the right to property from the list of fundamental rights? Which constitutional amendment deleted the right to property from the list of fundamental rights? The correct answer is option C, 44 Amendment. Which of the following, take a look on question number 19. Which of the following is human right as well as fundamental right in the Constitution of India? Which of the following is human right as well as the fundamental right in the Constitution of India? Correct answer is right to education. Option B, right to education. Which one of the following is the guardian of the fundamental rights? Judiciary. And we can also say fundamental rights tar guardian Supreme Court ko ame kahi thau. And here judiciary is also considered as the one of the following is the guardian of the fundamental rights. Question number 20 ko ame asiba. Under which article of the Constitution of India fundamental rights are provided to the citizenship? आर्टिकल 12 रु 35 पर्यंत हम फंडामेंटल राइट गुडी को भारतर नागरिक मान को जोगाई दिया जाइछि अकॉर्डिंग टू आर्टिकल्स 12 to 35 the Constitution of India fundamental rights are provided to the citizenships. Take a look on question number 14. All the following are fundamental rights guaranteed by the Indian Constitution except option C, right to adequate means of livelihood. So my dear students, friends and all competitive aspirants, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. This is your channel Genius Point. Thanks a lot. Always hope for the best. Take a look on each questions vividly and get by heart. Best of luck.